Hi, Brendan. Look at you being all professional. For those of you that don't know, Brendan is involved in a bajillion things, but he is also the front man of Canadis, who I am playing with in just a couple short weeks on Saturday the 17th. But look at him. Such a beautiful professional boy. All right, y'all, it is Tuesday, which means that I have not taken any videos in a solid couple days. It comes and goes in waves, but that's just the way it is, and that's all right. Nothing too much to report since I posted the last full vlog, which was on Saturday. Saturday night, I did have a 90-minute acoustic cover gig at Days Park Tavern. That was the day after the big show at Mr. Goodbar, so wasn't expecting like a huge turnout or anything like that, and it wasn't. There were probably like 10 to 15 people there consistently throughout the night, but it was a whole lot of fun. And one of my friends, Ray, who I met through Orange Theory, and he's just such a good dude and cares so deeply about local music and supports local music so consistently. He's just awesome. But he came out to see me, and he made a post afterward that maybe I can like pop up on the screen right here about how, you know, in watching me, you know, he acknowledged that there weren't a lot of people there Saturday night, but he said, you know, I was performing as if I was trying to win a Grammy, because I think the Grammys were Sunday night. And that just meant a lot to me, because that's always my goal. And I made a post myself after I shared his post and added my own kind of caption to it. But just the fact that like that was born out of my coaching when I was at Orange Theory, and I don't even want to say born out of it, but it was fostered in that environment, just the personal commitment to always bring my best, whether I'm performing for over 100 people like I did at Mr. Goodbar on Friday, or for just over 10 people like on Saturday. And it was the same with coaching, you know, whether it was a full class of 42 or 3 people that signed up. I always committed to putting forth my best, because at the end of the day, everyone who's in that room came to see you. And just because there might not be a lot of those people, that doesn't mean they deserve any less than if a bunch of people had showed up. So just that post and him recognizing that meant a whole lot to me, and honestly made my day and my weekend. And I put that 90-minute gig together in 3 days, because I got the offer for it on Wednesday, and it was like 30 songs. So there were definitely a number of mistakes throughout the set. But number one, it was an opportunity to get comfortable being uncomfortable, you know, trying to throw together a long set like that so quickly. It was an opportunity to foster the skill of playing through mistakes, which is genuinely a skill, and not just playing through mistakes, but, you know, kind of camouflaging them so that the untrained ear might not even notice that anything went awry, so to speak. And it was just a great opportunity as well to kind of get over the hump of building this big catalog of cover songs, because I do have more of these longer kind of cover gigs coming up. I think the next one is the beginning of March, and that one's 3 hours. So this is the tough part, is just building up that catalog. And then once you have a lot of songs that you can consistently cover and you're confident in, you can kind of just recycle those and add new songs here and there to keep things fresh. So I acknowledge, like, this is the toughest part in terms of building that part of my routine, I guess, up, and then it'll only get easier from here. So I'm kind of glad that it was like a short notice thing that just kind of kicked me in the ass to be like, all right, get going on building up this catalog of covers, because you're going to need it. It's going to come in handy, and you got to start somewhere. So that was Saturday. Sunday was uneventful. I was supposed to have a full day of recording with RJ, but he's in the area of all that flooding out in California, not being like directly affected by it, apart from the fact that it knocked out his power for all of Sunday. So didn't end up doing that. I was able to get out to the golf dome and get some practice swings in. And then yesterday just kicked off the week strong, had a really fun Music Monday. I'm on my way back from the gym now. I just saw a lady walking on the side of the street with 2 corgis, which is fantastic and made my day. So that should pretty much bring you up to speed, and I'm heading back for a definite recording session now that his power is back with RJ from about 3 to 9. So time to put in work, baby. And I am popping back on very quickly to say that there are few things in this world that can make me happier than seeing sibling corgis walking down the street. But I just saw, not a puppy, but like definitely a young, kind of smaller dog taking a shit directly on the sidewalk. And for some reason, that might be one of the few things that makes me happier than seeing 2 corgis walking. Like, my dude didn't even wait for some grass. He said, I'm going right here, right now, and that is the boldness with which I aspire to live. Rant over. All right, y'all, I've been absolutely terrible at taking videos for pretty much the past week. It's Saturday, the 10th here. Been super busy, you know, with my normal practice, network, record, all that routine. And then also just have been having some not so great days in terms of like mental health and all that. But we're good, we're here. Wanted to bring y'all up to speed. Not a whole lot to talk about this past week, other than got in 3 more recording sessions with my man RJ. Y'all know I've been, you know, recording now for about 2 to 3 weeks. We didn't really do a whole lot the week prior to this past week, so it's even though it's like 3 weeks absolute time, really we only utilized about 2 of those. But that's just for guitars, man. That's the crazy thing. And RJ does a lot of kind of what I would consider to be like editing during the tracking process, which definitely like kind of stretches it out a bit. But it's cool because then you know you definitely have everything you need, and it takes time away from later parts of the process. So it's just doing it in a unique order, and that's exactly why I'm working with RJ, because he has a different way of approaching things, and I'm excited to have his mastery involved in this. But I just got back from grocery shopping. Today's been kind of a housekeeping kind of day. So cleaned my entire apartment, like top to bottom for the first time in a while. Did my laundry, all that good stuff. But I just got back with my groceries, and I know, well, many of y'all know that I'm vegan and constantly getting questions about like what do I eat and this and that. So I figured I'd do one of those like grocery haul videos and kind of clue you guys in on what I get. So let's do it. And yes, this is the famous spot from all of my all the videos that I put up on social media. But all right, let's do this. I wasn't completely drained out of food and stuff, so I didn't necessarily have to get everything, but I do typically buy for the week in like exact amounts. I eat pretty much the same thing every day. Since I'm vegan, it's like important that I get certain things and like make sure that I get them. So all the amino acids, vitamin B12, omega-3s, there's probably a couple others that I'm forgetting, but just making sure I'm getting all those on a daily basis. So by eating the same thing every day, I know that I am. And then obviously if I go out or do something and have something different, it's cool. But whatever days I'm just kind of eating out of what I have in the apartment, I know that I'm getting everything. So this is a staple for me. Upton's Natural Seitan. Seitan is wheat protein. And for those of you though that have gluten intolerance, seitan is quite literally gluten, because gluten is quite literally wheat protein. So if you are looking to explore plant-based eating and you do have any sort of gluten intolerance, make sure that you stay away from seitan. But otherwise, it's a great source of protein. It's my go-to for lunch every day, so I just like pan fry that and make some sandwiches out of it. Another staple, I've always had like one microwave kind of dinner each day, just at night. I eat a lot of food at night, and it's just like an easy thing. And they're good. They're things I wouldn't make myself otherwise because I'm lazy. So I've circulated through quite a few of these, most often because Wegmans like just randomly stops carrying them, and it seems to always be the ones that that I eat. But they've been having these for a bit. The Gardein Ultimate Plant-Based Bowls. They have like 4 different ones, but this beef and broccoli is fire, like straight fire. So I literally buy the entire store out of these every time I go in. One for each day, baby. Then we have Ezekiel bread, and this is the flaxseed version. Flaxseed has omega-3s in it, and I need omega-3s, so I get the flax version, and I believe, yeah, like this bread is a little more protein heavy, and it's a complete protein too, so it has all the amino acids. So some omega-3s from the flax, excuse me, and a complete protein source. A little more protein than typical bread because it's made with wheat, barley, beans, lentils, millet, and spelt, which are all grains. It's flourless bread. I had to re-up on my multivitamins, whatever the cheapest and the most generic is. That's what I get. I take a couple other vitamins as well. B complex, calcium, D, zinc. So yeah, really all you need is a multivitamin, but I just like layer those additional ones on that I think benefit me. Do they actually? Who knows? Might just be wasting money. All right, next bag. We got 3 bags because we go big time. We have to. I eat a lot. That's the thing. Every single thing that I'm pulling out, in addition to what's like in my fridge, will be eaten by the end of the week. So that's also why there's a lot here. Arnold sandwich thins. I love these things. Yeah, they're low calorie. That doesn't really matter. But it's another, I get the flax and fiber one. Again, more flax, more omega-3s. This is Wegmans high protein granola, the vanilla almond variation. I've always had granola in like my daily routine, so to speak, but I was looking for a slightly cheaper granola and one with more protein, and this does it. And it's not like granola with some random shit added in that adds protein. It's just like what the granola is made up of has more protein than usual. Pea protein crisps, you don't see that in granola a lot. Wheat gluten, which is seitan, which has protein. Almonds, pumpkin seeds, multiple beans, like dried beans it seems like. Brown rice, quinoa. So it's just it's a really good granola. Flavor-wise, but also because it has all that in it. Wegmans non-dairy cheese. I get the slices because it stays on my sandwich better, but I will say this. I've tried so many vegan cheeses, and in terms of flavor, how it melts, everything like that, Wegmans brand is the best, in my opinion, and I will die on that hill. The shreds, the slices, whatever. I gotta make more room here, my goodness. 3 Breyers non-dairy ice creams. It is like the only non-dairy ice cream that comes in a quart, and it's like the same cost as a pint of Ben & Jerry's and just as good, to be honest. I usually get all of the cookies and cream one, but they only had one left today, so then I got the vanilla one as well, which is great. I just usually like when I'm chowing down on ice cream. I'd rather have something mixed in, but I got 1 cookies and cream and then 2 vanillas. This week, this is the Wegmans brand Don't Have a Cow. It's meatless beef style crumbles. Morningstar has a couple crumbles as well that are good, that I've had a lot. But again, I was just like recently looking for ways to get costs down. These honestly taste better than the Morningstar ones in my opinion. Less expensive, comparable taste and macro profile and everything. So no brainer there. All right, last bag. I don't know how much room I have. Look at me, nice and framed in there. All right, last one. Bananas. That's a must every morning in the breakfast. Cucumbers, I make a big old salad with every night, every dinner. So cucumbers, red peppers. I also have like spinach, lettuce, carrots, and tomatoes in there, but I didn't need more of those. Those are already in the fridge. Oats, which is Wegman brand. Oats, every morning is oatmeal, peanut butter, banana. Mash it all up, mix it together. I got the quick oats today, but normally I get the old-fashioned oats because they're like bigger, so it's like more to chew on, a little more substance. Apples, 1 a day, lunchtime. And last but not least, we have Special K Protein Plus cereal, which I have as a snack kind of with the granola each day. So that's pretty much everything that I grabbed today. That is most of what I get each week. Again, there's just a couple things I didn't need to get. But for those of you that are trying to eat more plant-based or want to go vegan, like, feel free to hit me up anytime. I'd be happy to give you suggestions and let you know kind of what to look out for in terms of what you need to make sure you're getting and all that. But as you can see, everything here except the ice cream and like the fruit and vegetables is framed around protein or something I need. Like protein or something I need. People always ask like, well, how do you get enough protein? And how do you know you're getting everything you need? I know because I plan my meals and I know that I'm getting everything on a day-to-day basis. Getting enough protein just comes down to making sure everything, if not, 80 to 90% of things has a good amount of protein in it. Like if your snacks and like your in-between meal stuff is all just like sugar and carbs, you're missing out on opportunities to add extra protein into your regimen. A lot of people, I think, just assume like, oh my goodness, I should be getting all my protein from just my meals and then my snacks don't really matter. No, like frame everything. Like if you get granola, like find a higher protein granola, or if you eat cereal, get a cereal that's higher protein. Make sure all your meals have it. Just everything like that. I could go on and on. That's my little grocery haul. Thanks for, oh my God, 10 minutes. Wow. Thanks for listening to me ramble. You got a little intersection of Coach Jory and Akloh right there. But all right, later today I'm going to work merch for Grace Greenan at GCR. She's doing a live recording, was kind enough to invite me to be a part of it in terms of just being there, hanging out, and helping her out, so I'm super stoked for that. But otherwise, I'm just taking a slower day. Tomorrow's going to be a big family day. Probably go to my parents', and then go watch the Super Bowl with my sisters. Kind of giving myself some grace and some space this weekend to relax, but more so just like take a breather on music, because I've been doing it day in, day out, time I wake up, time I go to bed every day for just over a month now, and that adds up. So I'm trying to give myself that grace to step back when I need to and just like take a couple days, and then hit it again hard on Monday. So that's about it.
There you go, just so you know, right in front of your pedal board. Don't go anywhere.
Whatever I pay to get something good, something substantial. Yeah, I don't want.
And knowing that in order to win, you're going to lose something.
Let's play our tracks.
For me to get a tattoo, a tattoo, a tattoo, a tattoo.
All right, y'all, happy Sunday, happy Super Bowl Sunday. Just another update. Last night, helping out with Grace Greenan's live session was awesome. I was helping with merch, and then I was also helping in the control room with making sure the headphone audio was on point and mixed well for everyone in the room to hear and everything like that. So it was cool to just get involved with that, meet a couple new people, and thank you to Grace for having me. I endlessly appreciate it. And today, this morning, I got probably about 90% through the instrumentals for another cover. I'm not falling behind, but I'm falling behind being as ahead as I was. I was about like 4 to 5 weeks out with the covers I had. I'm now about 3 weeks out, so I have 3 weeks of buffer. But I definitely know there's another cover I want to do that's like a cappella, so that should be a little bit quicker, stuff like that. So I'm still well ahead of the game, which is great. Right now, I'm going to my parents to just stop by, hang out for a bit, and then I'm going to my sister's later for the game. And then tomorrow, it's back to the weekly grind, baby. Mr. Puppy. Mr. Little Puppy. All right, y'all. So today I am out and about in downtown Buffalo, posting up some stickers along, a select few streets where it's already very common to do so. Stickers, flyers, posted all around. And it was hysterical. So I was sizing up this certain area, specifically like a little bike rack fence post metal thing. And it was right along the street, and I was kind of crouched down beside it, and the car that was along the street right in front of me, basically, the guy rolls his window down in the passenger seat, and he just kind of looks at first and doesn't say anything. So I just look up at him, and he goes, that's defacing public property, right? And I took a second, and I was like, okay. I mean, they can take them off They're stickers, no big deal. And he goes, you know I'm a cop, right? And I was like, cool, bro. Real cool. And he was like, I'm a cop, so it's time to go. And I was like, all right, man, whatever floats your boat here. I yelled back at him. I was like, I hope y'all take care of all the other stickers and flyers that are posted around here already, because clearly y'all care so much about it. So I walked a little bit down. Almost missed one of the funniest parts. The car in front of theirs was mine, and I have one of these stickers on the back of my car. And he goes, I see there's a sticker on that car too, insinuating that I had popped the sticker on someone else's car. So I didn't want to necessarily let them know that that was my car right away. So I walked a little bit down the street after this, yelled back at them, and I hope you take care of all the rest of the flyers and stickers, blah, blah, blah. And then as they started getting out of their car and walking, I walked back to my car, got in, and rolled away. Just silly. Made my day, kind of, to be honest. I've been a little bit down for the past couple days, and oh man, little run-ins with the cops always make always make me happy. So that's how my Monday's going. Hope y'all are up for a great week. Okay, it is Wednesday morning, 7:41 a.m. Just on my way back from Orange Theory Lancaster. I don't normally do Orange Theories on Wednesday. Normally I do my lifting at Catalyst Monday through Wednesday and then hit Orange Theory Thursday, Friday. But yesterday, one of my Orange Theory pals was having her first class back after a surgery, so I was in for that. And then today was the Capture the Flag signature workout, and I had another friend who wanted me to join up with them because it's a partner challenge. So got my Orange Theory on Tuesday, Wednesday this week, and then Thursday, Friday I'll finish out my lifts. But these car videos are quickly becoming the staples of this vlog, because I just realized, oh shit, I haven't taken videos, and so I end up just doing this recap. But yeah, everything's moving along. I got kind of a last minute gig for this Friday, so we have another double header Friday at Days Park Tavern, doing another cover set, and then Saturday at Rec Room with Elemantra and Canadis, and super stoked to be on with them. That's a handful of my buddies in those bands, and buddies that have been really supportive of my journey thus far, so I'm excited to rip a show with them. But otherwise, yesterday I had a 8-hour session with RJ recording, and I am feeling good. Finally, I'm feeling not that I haven't been feeling good, but I'm feeling better, because we have essentially some of the biggest songs behind us in terms of tracking guitars, and one in particular. And I haven't really said much about this album yet, so I don't want to give too much away in terms of naming songs and stuff. But the one that I knew was just going to be the, not only the toughest, but there's the most going on, there's the most layers you have to lay down and all that. That one's out of the way and done. And I could not be fucking happier about that. And on that song, and then the next one that we started, again, just more and more of RJ's producer. He's putting on the producer hat more and more for some of these songs. For that big song, just some of the transitional things and the deeper layers that he heard and he wanted to add in, they're so good. And then on this new one, this next one I should say, we're completely rearranging the song from what I had originally planned, which is literally why I wanted to work with RJ. And when he listened to the song and then started kind of getting the idea to change things around, he looked at me and he was like, are you cool with that? How open-minded are you? Are you open to this? And I was like, man, that's why I'm working with you, because you hear things that other people, that myself would not hear, and I want to utilize that skill that you have to hear those things, and let it kind of take these songs to new levels. So I'm just really excited about that. We have 3 more songs to track electric guitars for. Then we're going to go into bass. Once we have bass done, and bass is going to be a lot quicker because guitars, not only is it tougher, you're playing chords and more intricate parts, but there's also more layers. Bass, it's typically one note and just one layer. You know what I mean? So we really only have 3 more songs to lay down electric guitars for. And then there's 1 song that's completely acoustic, so that will be done. And then other acoustic layers, percussion layers, drums, everything like that, vocals, that'll all be laid down when I go out to California to work with RJ in person for probably about a week or so. That's what I'm thinking. So we're in a good spot. Next session is most likely Friday if everything goes well. And in the meantime, today's Valentine's Day, so today's One Hit Wednesday is going to be Valentine's themed. Tomorrow should be a cool day to reset and take care of some housekeeping stuff. And then Friday is recording and or the performance. So we'll see how all this goes. And this guy doesn't want to let me in. You gotta love when you gotta love when there's clear space for you to shift lanes, and the person wants to just speed up just enough, so you can't get in without like cutting them off. When in reality, it's their fault that you're being forced to cut them off. Anyway, I digress. All right, have a beautiful Wednesday. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I love all of you who are watching this right now. Y'all fill my heart with joy and happiness, and I appreciate you. So I'll talk to y'all soon. So your boy just spent the past probably 2 hours trying to get one good take for a video submission for an online contest that's taking place. The deadline's next Tuesday. So 2 hours, most likely. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but I think it was about 2 hours. God knows how many takes, and I could not get that one perfect take. Time goes on. I don't fuck. Like I never have problems with that, and then I get going and I have a problem with that. There were a lot of good ones, probably ones that I would show to other people. They'd be like, man, that was great. I don't know what you're talking about. But my obsessive tendencies lend themselves to me needing things as perfect as possible. Especially when it's, you know, a submission for a contest that could potentially have positive outcomes should I do well. And I'm also making it harder on myself by trying to like do it straight through, like a talking introduction and then playing through the song, just me and my acoustic guitar, like one straight video, one straight shot, which is definitely not the easiest way to do it, because like if I mess up the intro, then I got to start over. And then if I do the intro and then get into the song and then mess up the song, then I got to go back and do the intro again. Like, so I'm also making it harder on myself. I wanted to talk about this because this is a lot of times in the past what has made me feel like less of a musician. Like in my head, I'm like, man, it's your song. You should be able to get it in a couple takes and be good and be fine. And sure, there are probably people out there who can, you know, take a video of their song, get it in a couple takes, have it perfect, so on and so forth. But it's not an easy song to play or to sing. And I just don't think I'm that musician. I don't think I'm that musician, especially with how particular I am about how I want things to sound on like a video or a recording. I just don't think I'm that person that can hit that the first time or the first couple times when I'm trying to do something like this. So again, just learning to like give myself, to not be hard on myself in these moments and just accept it and move forward and make it happen regardless. And I could definitely be doing more takes today, but that's where I take my videos, right at this table usually. And I use the natural light outside because that looks better than any indoor light or selfie ring light or anything like that, which I do have. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. I didn't even have to turn the camera right there. Natural light looks better than any of that. And since it's so cloudy and kind of snowy, the natural light was dipping pretty quickly this afternoon. And when it does that and it gets to kind of below a threshold, my camera, my selfie camera in particular, starts to kind of make things blurry. So I just called it instead of like letting myself get all frustrated too. But yeah, at the end of the day though, really good practice for my show coming up on Saturday, because I'm playing this song that I'm doing the video of. So I got a ton of reps in of it. Like I probably don't need to practice that one again. So finding the positive, not being as hard on myself, and keep an eye out, because I will, once I get this video done and I submit it, I will share it as well. So keep an eye out. By the time this goes up, maybe it'll already be out if I can get it within the next couple days. But if I don't, and then I have to get it on Monday or Tuesday, then this would be out before that. So either way, you'll see it. All right, so today we are wrapping up a cover. I just got to lay down vocals and then fix one of the guitar tracks. But this cover is a little bit screamy. The vocals are definitely going to be loud to record. So I had to move the operation to the space where I can record without disturbing the piece the most. And that happens to be the bathroom. So your first akloh bathroom recording is coming your way, my friends.